Alright guys, what is going on? This is a video I've wanted to make for a while now. Hopefully you can hear me good and see me good. I'm pretty sure you can. Ignore the mess around me. Yes, I know I'm sitting on two wheels. I don't have a chair in here. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching this video new, because it might attract some people, this is basically my build. It's a 97 240SX Kooky that was originally going to get 1JZ swap, but today I'm here to argue about 1JZ versus sr20. Not arguing them of who's the better engine, just more talking about comparing them in the actual sport of drifting, in my perspective. Okay, so original plan for this car was to build the chassis like I did. It's completely done. It's ready for an engine to get wired up and get an engine and get the fuel cell and drive, basically. The original plan was 1JZ, and reason behind 1JZ was when I first got the car, it had sr20, drifted really good. Honestly, the best drift car I've ever had in my life. It felt, I wouldn't have changed one thing besides obviously added angle, because I feel like I've really pushed this car to the limits of what it could do. If you want to check out some previous videos, there's a bunch of them. But yeah, I really feel like I pushed the car to the limits, and I started getting excited about big power. I want it, like, you know, every kid basically, you know, I want power. I want 500-600 horsepower. I want to be able to put it in fourth and just destroy the track, you know, smoke, clouds. And so I fell in love with that. So that was the whole goal. But I wanted to build the chassis first. I didn't want to just slap an engine in it. So over the past 2 months, or almost 3, I have been thinking about, you know, kind of being conservative. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep the 1JZ stock. Stock injectors, you know, stock ECU make 280 horsepower, I think it is, and like 260 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know, something like that. And I got on the hook of that, and I was like cool with that. Like, that's what I wanted. But after putting in so much work in this car, like, if you guys know that this car, I put in hours and hours and hours. The whole underbody's painted, everything. It's almost show car. I know some of you guys are gonna hate on me because a lot of it's like spray painted paint, but I mean, if you look at it, it turned out literally amazing. So yeah, I put in countless hours of this car, and it's 100% gonna be a drift car. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna make it super clean and park it and take it to shows. That's not the plan at all. It's always going to be a drift car, but it is going to be really clean, at first at least. I can promise that it's going to have nice paint, you know, professional, not spray painted. It's got the over fenders on it. It's going to have a full body kit. The plan is to have it really clean. That's what I want, you know. I can't release the Keller yet because me and Zach are going to be the same, and I just want to keep it quiet right now until it's actually painted so I can surprise you guys. But let's get something out of the way first. So 1JZs, I know they sound better, they make more power, they're more reliable. SRs and 1Js both have their issues. Every engine has their issues. Let's get this out of the way. No, I'm not going V8. No, I'm not going RB. I don't really want to bring that topic up just because it'll make the video even longer, but I'm not doing those. 1J or SR. So one of the reasons I originally chose 1J, because big power. Okay, so lately I've been favoring the SR a lot, like so much that I'm ready to buy one, and because it's ready. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it first. So the reason I'm favoring SR is originally in Japan these cars came with them. They're amazing. They're super balanced. They're light engines. People that complain about them being unreliable and stuff are usually people that got high mileage ones or one out of another car that was already beat up. Mine was amazing. I never had any problems with it besides the turbo bolts coming loose, and that's because I didn't put OEM lock washers on there like I should have. And other than that, I never had an issue with mine, and you guys know I beat the hell out of it, redlined it, everything. Never broke a rocker arm or nothing, and it was fully stock, never opened up SR besides a bigger turbo. And I didn't even have a tune, and that's what killed it. It got low compression. So that also answers why I didn't keep my SR. Some people on Snapchat were asking about that today. My SR was pretty much low compression. It still ran good, that's why I sold it to my friend. He knew, but he planned on rebuilding it after he did a couple of events. Anyways, so another reason SRs, they're super pretty engines. We can't lie, you know. JZs are kind of ugly. RBs, they're okay. LSs are decently pretty, but SR20s, come on now, like, they are seriously some really, really pretty engines. The valve covers, the intakes, the turbo manifolds you can put on them, just everything is really beautiful about an SR20 engine. I think it all fits together really, really well, especially like the intercooler pipe coming up, the hot pipe. It's just all, like the Japanese got it right, 100%. HKS and Tomei, all those parts, they just got it right with that engine. That's what I want for this car. I want it to be, you know, pretty. It's my baby. This is my baby. I love this car. And let's keep talking about other things. Okay, so one thing that really makes me laugh about it is if you go to a drift event, what guys are having the most fun, you know? Who is smiling the most? Is it the guy with a 1,000 horsepower car, or is it the guy with a beat up 240 with a KA or an SR, or who knows, even a stock 1J? Those guys are always having the most fun. Grassroots guys, you know, they might have sometimes more problems than the pro cars, but in all honesty, the pro car guys are stretching out, you know. They got a lot of money involved. They can't get as close to the walls. I mean, I know they do, don't get me wrong, but you know, they have a lot more to risk, so they're a little more stressed out. You know, they might be in the pits more, parts are going to be more expensive, not as available. That's another reason, you know, I just want lower power. But one of the absolute biggest reasons, 100% biggest reasons I don't want big power, you guys know that like, I'm pretty good at drifting, you know, I'm not a professional. I can drift though, I'm decently good. And I really feel like I pushed this car to its limits with a stock SR that I had. I don't think I could have really done much more without going to the track. And I loved it. I loved being challenged to downshift, upshift, brake, downshift, gas, clutch, kick, you know. I loved being involved. I never liked the idea of putting it in one gear and just staying there, you know, just moving the wheel real slow back and forth. I liked, you know, fighting the car to almost drift, because I feel like when you have that much power and you're just in one gear on the whole track, is that really progressing? Are you really progressing as a driver, or did your car just progress so much that there is no more room for progression as a driver? That's one of the main factors. I just feel like sometimes these guys with these crazy cars, not even crazy, maybe 400 horsepower, their cars are so good that you don't need natural skills that you learned in grassroots, you know. That's one of the things I fear. I fear that that's going to happen to me. You know, I'm pretty decent. I'm not jumping right into a super horsepower car, but I almost don't want to be the best guy at the track. I'm not saying I'm going to be, but I almost wouldn't want to be the best guy. Like, who wants to be the best? You know, there's no challenge. I mean, just don't take this in the wrong way, but I'm trying to be serious. Like, I wouldn't want to go to the track and destroy everyone. More smoke, you know, more angle, the best angle, you know, the craziest sounding car. I don't think I would want that. I think I would want to be, you know, somewhere in the middle with a mild built car, like nice build chassis like I have, with just a mild engine, you know, sr20 stock, and then maybe injectors and a big turbo with 300 wheel horsepower. I just find that so much more fun and impressive. Maybe the bigger guys can look down on you and be like, wow, man, you're doing really good, like, here's a tip. And then you progress even more and you get even better at drifting, and you're just, every event I feel like you can progress and then add a part and like a series and turn it into a channel, you know. That's just, that's the #1 reason I don't want a fully built car. I want to put a stock SR in this. I really do. I want to put a stock sr20 in this again with a stock ECU and make 190 wheel horsepower. Go to my first drift event ever, because I've still never been to a drift event, and progress as a driver. My driving skills, not the car. I want to progress as a driver. And then when I feel I'm ready and I've pushed the car to its limits again, then I can add power, and then I can add a tune, maybe go to race gas, but keep it reliable, never built engine. And then who knows, maybe one day I will put a bigger engine in this car. I doubt it, because this is my baby. I want it to stay SR. But come on, you know, everyone gets other cars. So maybe one day I'll build a pro car, you know, just, I don't think I want to deal with all the tire wear and all of that stuff. And, you know, I just want you guys to think about that sometimes. Like, most of the cars that are on the street, like 240s, even Civics, like, most of the cars that got destroyed is not because of, like, idiots. It's because of people building cars. They strip these cars apart, and they have big plans, and it never happens. And then the car gets parted out, and there's another 240 gone. And that's one of my biggest regrets, is stripping this car down to basically be a race car, because now I want to put it back together, and I already started. I have half the interior together. I'm getting racing seats and all that, believe me. I'm not going back to carpet. I work too hard on the interior. But what I'm saying is, don't rip your car apart. Don't make huge plans for a huge drift car, because in the end, you're just going to regret it and want to go back to just having fun with your friends. Because, I mean, it takes a lot of money. It really does. I could, believe me, I could finish the 1J Z-Swap, because the 1J Z-Swap, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think I have, like, I would have to spend like 8 more grand to finish it, and the SR, I mean, it's like six grand. So I mean, I'm not saving much money doing the SR swap, but yeah, it's just expensive. You know, if you have a running and driving car, go out there and have fun. You know, do chassis mods, do angle mods, do rear suspension arm coilovers. Don't worry about power. Power is so overrated in America, and it's sad. And I mean, I get it, because I looked at power as a big deal before. You know, I thought power was everything. When I even drifted this car, you know, I was like, wow, if I just had 100 more horsepower, the things I could do. But in reality, you know, I didn't have all the suspension mods yet. You know, that could have made a huge difference. You know, run a little more air pressure. Look at the guys in Japan drifting those tracks, man. They stock cars with the boost turned up like 2 psi on electronic boost controls. They are drifting in 3rd gear. You know, those guys are tearing it up. And they straighten up. You know, they don't mod you like Americans sometimes. Crazy power. But look how much fun they're having. They're always laughing. Everything's funny about it. It's just, that's what I want. I want to impact grassroots drifting, and I want to stop a lot of people from going into these full builds, and I just want you guys to go out there and have fun, because that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do with my friends. I just want to have fun and share the experience with you guys and record everything. So that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. If you stayed till the end, I really do appreciate it. You know, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. You know, you guys can comment what you think, but please, I'm not going V8. I'm not going RB. I'm not going 2J. I think I have my heart set on the sr20. I know I've said before that the 1JZ was my dream build, but I think it was my dream build in the wrong state of mind, of just power was everything. And in reality, you know, driving is everything, seat time is everything, and maybe the SR will be more unreliable, but my heart says go with the SR and build my car to how clean I want it, and just, you know, impact grassroots drifting like I've always wanted to. So that's the plan, guys. I should be picking up the motor really soon, and we'll see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you, you know, maybe make a decision. Don't, you know, take my word for it. You know, it's your guys' cars. Build what you want. If you want to build a full race car, I'm not against that. I'm just saying, you know, fun is everything to me. So, yeah. That's all I got to say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this short little video. You guys should be watching the same day. Huge shout out to everyone on Snapchat that was hitting me up about, you know, what like SRs and 1Js. I put it on there today. If you don't have me on Snapchat, definitely add me. I'll put it right here. Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we'll catch you next time, and maybe we'll have the heart for this thing. I hope you approve my decision. If not, hang along for the ride. Maybe you'll change your mind in the future. We'll catch you next time. Peace.